Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mauzycast channel. Today we have some KSL action, and today I am accompanied by my wonderful friend and teammate, Mr. CSO Esports' Origin. How are we doing, Origin?
Can't complain, thanks, and you?
I'm good, and I'm ready for some PvT action here on Oceanborn. It's a best of 3 series between two really good players. And starting at the bottom right side, waiting at a Nexus, a Pylon, and soon a Gateway with a couple of probes, it is Maturino Esports' Astrea.
Starting in the top left-hand side, representing Shopify Rebellion, weighing in at 15 SVC is a Rex and Gas. Well, guys get the point. My bad there. It's the man, the myth, the legend is ByuN.
Let's go. Good old ByuN game. I'm excited to see ByuN in action. I mentioned that he's probably my favorite Terran, especially in the Korean scene. But I think like of all time, I just get inspired by the underdog stories, and yeah, ByuN's story from 2016 is like, yet I wasn't around in Starcraft at that time, but I still just rewatched it. As of late, like I think I watched it like last year, and it's actually a superb story in my opinion. Okay, so Astrea just decides to basically keep probing, and is gonna just take his Nexus a bit later from what it looks like. ByuN takes a command center, so he's already not far ahead, but ahead, so I'm kind of curious how Astrea's going to deal with this.
Yeah, I'm also curious on my side.
Ooh, actually, it's 5 HP left on that that SCV. And Astrea finally gets that Nexus as well. Alright, center.
So there is a second barrack action, so I think, ByuN is going to opt for, I think we might in a few see ByuN opt for the 3-1-1. There's the third Rex coming down. So it looks like a 3-1-1 phone on ByuN's side.
Okay.
Yeah, generally in the days of TVP, that's pretty much, is it safe to say, cool standard nowadays in a TVP?
Yeah, I think so as well. We'll see if he's going to move out with like some 3 racks pressure and then move into a 3-1-1 to finish off the game, or if he's gonna go for an additional factory and the starport after the 3 barracks.
Yes.
He's probably banking for the stim pack and the combat shield, as they cost 100 gas each. So currently we see ByuN only on a single gas. He's not really taking a second gas anywhere, neither in the natural, neither in the main. We have double tech labs, so I think we're gonna see a simultaneously researched combat shield and stim pack as well.
But Astrea does got that 3 racks going up there with that Lucianizer and Phoenix. So he's going to be quite settled. He knows what he's playing up against.
Astrea is not aware that this is. Oh, I heard Astrea's announcer pack Origin, and it's a Divas announcer pack. It's quite scary.
Oh, that's scary. And you're right. Sorry,
anime, that anime thing. It's just so weird to hear it in like a sci-fi game, you know, like hardcore, bloody sci-fi game that we have here. Now ByuN is actually taking 2 additional gases, and I was gonna mention Astrea went for a Robo, then goes for a Robo Bay and a Forge. No Twilight Council, no Stargate, so this is gonna be some kind of a Colossus, sort of a rush, I say. Not a rush, actually. I think you could have like a faster Colossus, but there's 2 gateways, and we have 4 sentries, Origin. 4 sentries. That's infinite scouting.
No, you're spot on there. I think also, So I said it has a Guardian Shield, also some Force Fields. So it's very defensively played from Astrea's side. As you mentioned, my apologies for earlier on. Australia's Phoenix does scout 3 Rexes, but he doesn't scout for these are 3-1-1. So I think, it's a correct approach from Australia's side. And also croning out that defensive Colossus.
Yeah, there's that, and I'm curious how many Colossi we're gonna see. There's a third base, a bit delayed, but goes for the safer option, delaying the third base. What I don't like about it is you already delayed your naturals, so maybe cutting some corners would not be the worst idea. But of course, you need to take into account the fact that ByuN has that killer instinct, has the killer instinct of like a Clem or a Cure maybe. Like, yeah, he just knows how to actually kill someone in a timing window, as opposed to like Maru, who also has that as well, but it's not like depending on it. So it's quite important to mention that. Now this pro is going to scout this drop over here from ByuN, and Astrea is going to be probably in position. He has 2 Sockers and has a cannon. Okay, ByuN is scared off actually. And remember that actually Colossi can just move up and down the cliff, so they can just help at the third and at the main as well. Other than that, it's like a really distant location.
No, you're spot on down there. Nice thing about Colossi, they're actually a very mobility unit, despite, their ground unit, but the fact they can walk up cliffs and that, very more mobility. And he's quite clever there, destroying that pylon there, so that allows for that mobility up and down the cliffs there, especially by that point there by his cybernetic.
Wow, actually, I didn't even realize that the Colossus would not be able to walk off that cliff if that pylon was still there. Props for that idea from Astrea. Like, just showcases how smart of a player he is. And of course, props to you, Origin, for figuring that out like quite instantly. It took me a couple of seconds, to be honest.
But it does look like there is a bit of a rally going on from ByuN's side, so he looks like he is going to maybe set up for 2-point attack.
Okay, couple of tank shots going off. Ooh, actually, that was beautiful positioning from ByuN. Now just packs up and leaves. Okay, quite interesting. Third base is up and running for ByuN, already taking the gases, so that's really good from ByuN. Equal on the worker side, so we see already 2 mules. Third mule should be able to be dropped soon. There's 12 Marauders actually. Now we need to mention that there's Prism Speed, Gravitic Drive incoming, +2 attack is chronoed out, Blink is finished, charges on the way, and a Dark Shrine as well. So and there's cannons defending the edges of the bases of the natural and the main. So, and there's pylons. Look at, oh my goodness, look at that vision actually from Astrea Origin. If I just put it on Astrea's vision, it's like crazy. He has like a vision circle. Now I know where Molston is actually taking his ideas of vision circles from. I always praise Molston for his vision circles and just in general the vision that he provides for himself in PvT. Now I know where he's getting it from.
If you have invisible scouting unit, I'll use it, and if you have a good vision circle going on around, it can benefit you. You can see if there's any potential drops or even move outs. In this stage, seeing a move out happening, you can position yourself much better than where you're letting it come rock up on your doorstep.
I'm just amazed at Astrea's. Oh, okay, that was a bit of a mistake there. Just moving the observer into the turret range. Happens to the best, of course. It's not that usual to have that turret right over there. I guess ByuN just has it exactly for the purposes of not being able to put it on top of his army, like the observer. So
No, you spot on
quite
there.
smart.
And I think it will be also be a quite common spot, to put an observer there. Or just before that line of sight on the ramp. No, it's good to, it can prevent a lot of things because, if you have an obs there and say ByuN didn't take the low ground base and Australia's army was there close, if that obs is there, Australia gets vision on the high cliff even when he attacks. So
Yep.
it's a good. I think it's a good op to put that missile turret there.
And there's observer speed as well, by the way. And +1 air is already being researched, so we are going to see a potential sky toss switch as the Prism just dives in with that speed upgrade. Oh, and a massive warping from Astrea. There's a couple of Zealots and a couple of DTs just moving on from the right side. The main army is moving towards that fourth location. Oh, the Prism goes down. But maybe +3 attack will go down as well. Oh my god, that was 30 something HP. Will that burn down? That is the question. ByuN is losing a lot of workers from that third base. Astrea is just having a lot of good eco damage over here. But is this going to be enough? The SCV count is not that low considering that ByuN lost 25. Okay. eBay is being repaired, so +3 is still going on. That is important to note as well. There's disruptors in the mix. There's two DPs on the right side. And once again, the vision is so good from Astrea. But now ghosts have been added, and that is going to be one of the key moments. There is the fleet beacon and the 2 extra Stargates. So there's going to be 3 Stargate potentially carriers. I don't really see anything else. Maybe new Tempests. Probably new Tempest could actually benefit from these things. And look at that fusion core. So we are going to see oh, there's double starport. So yeah, we are going to see Liberator range as well, because we also have +1 air, and carriers are going to do okay against siege liberators, but unsiege liberators will do great against interceptors due to that splash damage.
No, spot on there, Mauzy. The only thing, like I said, I like about C, as a Protoss, you can either opt for this extra splash damage using the disruptors. And the nice thing about it, yes, the EMP will obviously disable shield, but it won't disable as disruptors don't use energy. But then it comes at a cost, mobility. Obviously a disruptor shot is not instant, so it can be splitted much easier versus a storm.
Yeah, and Astrea just clipped 2 ghosts. Those will hit the decks. Oh, another Prism just goes down. That was quite unfortunate on the side of Astrea. And still a couple of observers are spread out on the map. And still Astrea has good vision. If ByuN decides to drop him or just tries to move out, he might be able to just snipe it. And observer speed also researched. Gravitic Overdrive is online, so that's also one more thing to note. And now the carriers are in the mix. Now this gets scary for the Terran, in my opinion. What's the Viking count over here? There's double starports, but that's only 6 Vikings. Are 6 Vikings enough Origin? I don't think so.
I don't think so. You have to also give and take, Stalkers in the mix of that army. So 1 or 2 Vikings are going to go down. And so, safe to say, it would have been 10 to 12 Vikings, I reckon it would have been safe to say.
There was a bit of a counter-attack attempt from ByuN, but the recall has been used, so that is one tool that ByuN will be sure that Astrea cannot abuse in a super tight situation. So we'll basically, well, ByuN did not really lose anything from that. Oh, but look at the carriers just mowing down a couple of units here. Ooh, disruptor shots. Gets a Marauder, gets a turret. Oh, another disruptor shot. That is a bigger one. Okay, so it starts to add up and starts to snowball. Turrets are being taken down. Liberator just sieges up, and there is Caduceus reactor actually being used. Now Astrea just sends the Prism away, not sure where. It sends away the Prism with those 4 zealots and potentially gonna put more into the base that he decides to drop them in. Okay, the prism is going on the bottom side. It's gonna clip an SCV with the turret, so less turrets the better for Astrea. And considering how well ByuN defended, like a triple pronged attack and like double and triple pronged attacks almost all the time with prisms and everything, ByuN is now in a top position. I think ByuN is like one bad fight away from being dead.
No, you're spot on there. And as you said, another drop was coming from the south and it's now currently in the main. So I think, you know what, Astrea is just, you know, applying its squeeze now to ByuN, you know, it's trying to keep that game out of him and that lost all that life out of him. Some beautiful EMPs do go down, but I don't think it's going to really do much as, you know what, the disruptors here don't require energy. It will do damage to the shields, but at this stage, I think the carrier count is looking quite scary for ByuN.
Yeah, there's 8 carriers and 2 more on the way. +3 air weapons is being researched, as well as +2 attack. +2 shields also being researched. And +3 ground armor. Wow, Astrea is actually out upgrading ByuN. And upgrades are going to matter a lot in PvT. At least in my opinion. Oh, beautiful disruptor shots. And I think that's going to be it. ByuN is dead, ladies and gentlemen, I think. There's nothing to answer the carriers. There's a couple of Marauders, a couple of Medivacs. And there's the GG from ByuN. Wow, that was solid from Astrea, to be honest.
That was very, I think that was actually amazing from Astrea.
Yeah,
solid for both players, though. But that +3, +2 air does the job here, especially on carriers when carriers does come in. And you know, also in the mix, you got the Colossi and the disruptors for, you know, area damage and that.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we're gonna go for a game number 3, or game 2 will be the end of the series, as we will see you in game number 2. All right, we are back with game number 2, as we have in the bottom left side of Hecate our blue Terran for the Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Let's see if we can bring it back and equalize the series.
Starting in the top right-hand corner, the red Protoss, it's Astrea.
What do you think about Matcherino Esports Origin? Do you think they're gonna stick around for a long time? I know the website stuck around and supported a lot of esports events and everything with like free codes and all that stuff. I'm trying to think who is in Matcherino Esports. I think Future. Why can't I actually remember? He played a lot in CSO Cups as well. Oh, come on. French. Around 15, 16 years old. Oh my god. It's on the top of my tongue, but I can't manage to get the name. Okay, and look at this, by the way. Astrea going for a low ground gateway. I didn't even realize this, so quite interesting position over here for that first one. Might force ByuN into like a tank push or something. And now we have a marine opener off with a factory as well. Interesting location for everything. Probably gonna put that second depot is being placed in a weird location.
Never actually, to be honest, I've never seen too often where Protoss will opt on the bottom ground for their first pylon.
Yeah, unless it's like versus random. But look at this, Astrea is going for a single gas. This looks interesting, and I am not sure why. Okay, ByuN is gonna go for... Oh,
Hellion.
Okay, Hellions. Interesting. I am quite confused here, honestly. Okay, Adept is not going to get in, and that is quite okay from ByuN. Astrea is going to decide... Oh, never mind, there's the starport. Okay, never mind, I'm not confused anymore. Oh, he's gonna... I wonder if Astrea saw these what you call it? These Hellions. And now he's gonna see the Hellions. Ooh, okay. 2 more. That's actually over here. Astrea, wanna go in? Astrea decides not to go in. Okay, he's gonna go for the Hellions, which I think it's actually, if he just read this correctly, that this is gonna be like a Hellion drop, then he's doing the correct thing.
I think so, yeah.
3 Hellions is gonna do quite significantly less damage, especially that one of them is like on 0 HP. 2 HP, well, it's technically 0. A probe will hit it and it will die. 2 Stalkers are being worked in here on this low ground pylon, and Bunker is not done yet. I think there's a way if Astrea moves. Okay, he's gonna move. That Bunker is not going to finish, I think. Medevac is unloading in the Hellions into the main. Oh, beautiful, beautiful micro there by ByuN. As I said, Bunker hasn't finished. Ooh, that's 2 SCVs. ByuN is under heavy pressure. He needs to do damage, and he needs to do it now. Ooh. Oh, that's... Oh! One more shot. Okay, that's quite dangerous over here on ByuN's side. Bunker has finished. Cyclone is out. One more Cyclone on the way, and Marines come from that reactor. Starport is gonna go home. Now, where does any of these players go from here?
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty much free range from here, you know. OC going into standard, or trying to just play standard OC macro up and from here. But I see, you know, Australia is still currently putting pressure. He's going to start, he's still warping 2 Stalkers on the slow pylon, like they would call it. But yeah. I think these, these Cyclones will actually defend it quite well.
Yeah, unless they go too close, this bunker is not gonna be broken. One thing to note is Astrea has walled off his natural, so it's quite interesting. ByuN is gonna try maybe to go in. Oh, but there's enough Stalkers over here, and remember, medevacs are not going to heal over time, so they can be repaired, but they're not going to heal, so that's important to note. Now, is there a gap somewhere in the wall, or am I crazy? No. Or
no, it's a full wall off.
Was there a probe?
I think what he's going to... Maybe. Oh, it's not probe. But I see he has opted for the 3rd Australia, so I think... Okay, you did kill that there.
Yeah, and there is a probe out on the map. I think that it's the one that plays the pylon on the Terran side.
Yes.
What a weird game so far. Engineering Bay coming up, so we're normalizing this whole thing. Remember what we talked about? It's like both players cheese each other. We kind of debated what series to cast, and I was like, oh, there's like a game between I think it was like Astrea and Dark, and that was like 36 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not even sure if I want to cast that right now, because we just want to, like, you know, cast multiple series, you know, stuff like that, and leave those heavy super long series for later. Obviously we depend on time as well. And actually Origin was saying like, oh, they probably both cheesed each other, and they ended up accidental in the macro game, so probably that's what's gonna happen over here as well. That's a great question, though, if it's gonna happen.
Well, what I think, like, personally, you know, if 2 players cheeses, we can stabilize the fastest behind those cheeses. But that is 3 tanks, and it's no charge lots on. Is there charge lots on?
But there's no stim, no +1, no combat shield, so this is going to be a relatively easy to crush push, in my opinion. Obviously, Blink is not done. Charge is not done. And he's going to walk, literally walk up. Oh, is this going to be the correct answer? The Colossus might just go down. Beautiful control by Astrea, just pulling the Colossus too close to the tank. And the tank cannot shoot it down. Wow. Just crazy good control. I thought that Colossus is toast, Origin. I was sure that Colossus is toast.
I was also pretty sure. But there is a drop incoming from ByuN's side. I think ByuN is just trying to put the pressure because currently he is behind, obviously, with mining. Third CC only goes down now. It's very late third CC, so ByuN has to put bit damage. I was, later on each trade Astrea takes against ByuN is going to favor Astrea.
Ooh, okay. Maybe the medevac from the corner will come in as... Ooh, the warping does not finish. Question is, does that medevac from the corner come in and try to just put in some pressure? It's still in the corner. I think ByuN just kind of forgot about it. Ooh, maybe Astrea can snipe a medevac. Doesn't manage to do so. Oh, but now the medevac is coming back with those Hellions and he's gonna drop them out. Oh, that's beautiful defense from Astrea. Astrea just remembered. Okay. And ByuN is gonna go back for that pylon for sure. Obviously, it's a free pylon, so you might as well just get it. Oh, but maybe it's not gonna be free. Those units wouldn't be needed at home. As Astrea is moving out and just... Oh, that's a huge warp in 7 Stalkers, 1 Zealot. Charge is going to finish. There's +1. There's extended thermal lance. Astrea has powered up and is going to go and snipe the tank. Beautiful snipe here on the side of Astrea. Is this going to be the final fight here? Is Astrea taking out ByuN 2-0 in this series? We'll find out in a couple of moments, but that Colossus is still healthy in the backline, being protected by Stalkers and Zealots. And now 27-28 SCVs hit the deck. And Matcherino Esports as Astrea just takes the series 2-0 versus ByuN. Wow.
Yeah. What a game, man.
Oh.
And, I think the unit of the game award goes to that Colossi. He still survived.
Yeah. Let's just see what we actually have here. 16 kills, respectively 2 kills. So yeah, 16 kills on this Colossus. It's a veteran already. I'm not sure about those. You know those ranks that actually I think the max rank is at 20 kills. It needs minimum 20 kills. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it achieved I think it's 15 kills or something. I'm not sure how those ranks work, but would be interested in to actually learn those as well down the road. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it from us. Thank you, Origin, for casting with me. And yeah, this was a really solid series in my opinion. And yeah, hopefully we're gonna have more beautiful series from the Korean Starcraft League. If you're interested, be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description, as well as check out Origin on twitch.tv/CSO_Origin, as well as myself, CSO_Mauzy. We try to be as active as our schedules allow it. And yeah, thank you once again, Adam, for taking time off your day and coming to cast with me. It's always a lot of fun and a pleasure. And
anytime.
On behalf of ourselves and everything and everyone involved, we wish you nothing but the best, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys.